أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Just a couple of announcements before the khutbah. Next week, Insha Allah, the prayers will start 1 hour earlier. So here we'll be doing the khutbah starting from 12:15 and the salah will be at 12:30. So at the moment it's 1:15, 1:30. Next week, Insha Allah, the hours will go back. So we'll do it from 12:15 to 12:30. If you can let your neighbours know, those who are unaware, because there has been times in the past at mosques as well that people arrive 1 hour later thinking, where's the prayers gone? It's already happened. So inshallah. Next week taki 12:15 khutbah, 12:30 salah start. Also for the younger ones, there is some job opportunities with Camden. It's really good. I wish I was 16, I would apply for it now. There's some notices on the board, so if you want to take a picture of it, send it to your friends. You may have a friend or family, somebody that's looking for work at the moment. It's a very good job actually. It's working with young people and it's encouraging young people how to stay out of, the usual stuff that young people get up to. Not in generally, but the ones who are sort of deviated from, doing the positive stuff. So if you know somebody, take a picture of it and send it to your friends, family, colleagues. There is also an opportunity for adults as well. It's a 36-hour job. It's really good, well paid. I think it's about £12 per hour, and it's basically working with the community. So আপনারা যদি sort of the uncles, আপনারা যদি শুনেন করে young খাম আছে, বালা খাম আছে, plus older adult lagi community job একটা আছে, safety lagi আর কি. But inshallah, the more you support our local community, and it's not just Temple House, it's the surrounding. So there's brothers and sisters from the local community. Spread the word. Get our young people involved. I'm going to be myself leading a movie workshop. So we're trying to create a movie that involves young people about what life is really about. And I'm going to be leading that. So I'll do some filming myself. I've made a couple of movies. Nothing going to be on cinema, unfortunately, but something that I practice with my camera. So please look out for that. My YouTube channel is at the front as well. It's called Be My Base. It's more, I do a lot of Islamic videos as well, and not preaching or anything like that. It's more like real life situations and stuff like that. I have also the previous Tarawih prayers from Ramadan, and also most of the Jumu'ah prayers you see I film here, I put on there as well. So it's only the khutbah, it's not the actual prayer, so don't worry, you're not going to be on camera. So inshallah, the more you support us, the more we'll thrive, and obviously encourage your kids, because they're our future. They're the ones that need to be pushed. Even if it's 2 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, 1 hour a day. I take inspiration from my younger brothers over there, brother Yaqub and Yahya Muhammad. These guys are our future, and if you can encourage them, and you encourage your younger ones, even if they're like 5 years old, this is the right time. So inshallah, encourage them. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala al-falah. Hayya ala al-falah. Allahu Akbar, Allah. لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Praise be to Allah. We seek His help, His forgiveness. We seek refuge with Allah from the evil of our souls and from our bad deeds. Whoever Allah guides will never be led astray, and whoever Allah leaves astray, no one can guide them. I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is his slave and messenger. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. O believers, be mindful of Allah in the way He deserves, and do not die except in states of full submission to Him. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. O you who believe, when the call is heard for the prayer of Allah, the day of gathering, speed into the remembrance of Allah and leave your trading. That is better for you if only you knew. أما بعد فإن خير حديث كتاب الله وخير هدي محمد وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثات بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Indeed, the best of speech is the speech of Allah, and the best of guidance is the guidance of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And the worst of matters are those inflicted by people, and every infliction matter is bid'ah, and for every bid'ah is astray, and every one of you who go astray is in the fire. Amma ba'd. Today's khutbah would be about how the world started, who made me, and why am I here. Everyone in their lives, at some point of your life, whether you are Muslim, Christian, Jewish or atheist, any religion, every one of us has a doubt in our hearts at one point of our life. Asking yourself, who am I? Why am I here? Why am I here? Who made me? And looking at it from an atheist view, he would say, the result of a Big Bang, I'm here, and the world was created in the result of a Big Bang, and evolution is what brought life. And that answer does not make sense, absolutely. And here's my evidence. To begin with, let's look at the Big Bang to start with. Firstly, Islam does not have anything against the Big Bang. And the religion does not deny the Big Bang happened, but however, Islam teaches that the Big Bang was under the control of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Long before the Big Bang, it didn't actually start with an explosion. The Big Bang started with a primordial dust cloud. Then this grew together into a massive hyper-dense core of mass and energy, which were our sky and earth put together. Long before the earth and the skies were one put together. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened it apart just like a book. And as we all know, when the judgment day arrives and all are dead, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would close it again. In Surah Anbiya, ayat 30, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَوَلَمْ يَرَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَنَّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ كَانَتْ رَتْقًا فَفَتَقْنَاهُمَا وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ أَفَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. Allah says, do those who are disbelievers not see that the heavens and the earth were stitched together, and we have unstitched them, and that we have made from them water every living thing? So will they not have faith? Allah here uses very, very important choice of words. The word rataq in Arabic is referred to stitch to, something together. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing us that everything once before was all together in one. And the phrase we unstitch is the verb fataq in Arabic. And that word means something coming into being by tearing it apart or destroying the structure of rataq. These powerful verbs used indicate and show us that the sky and the universe were all put together and exploded. Where did the dust cloud come from? That's my question. The dust cloud comes from one thing. One thing we know from science is that nothing comes from something. And as we know, till now, our universe is still expanding. And in science, there's a term called entropy. Entropy is the principle that unless there's a greater control over something or a process, it tends to turn into chaos. Now, let's put this in real terms. Whether you're talking about your bedroom, your kitchen sink, your workplace, a complex chemical reaction, anything, if there's not some sort of control over it, it turns to turn into chaos. And yet, we are to believe that the Big Bang resulted in perfection and not chaos, which shows our Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had control over it. You look at a painting, you know there's a painter. You look at a sculpture, you know there was a sculptor. You look at a building, you know there's an architect. But yet some of us look at creation and think there's not a creator. SubhanAllah. After believing this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the universe, we are faced with a claim that we have evolved. But I have a question to those of you which put forward this claim. But how can you explain where the soul has came from? If you believe in the existence of a human soul, explain this. How can you even explain life has evolved? And what do I mean by life? I mean the power that gives you, once assembled, the ability to live. We have reached the point in science where we can transplant virtually every organ of the human body. But not all of the world scientists of the history of mankind, if put them all together, cannot make a dead person revive. And we cannot give a body life. That's why once dead, medicine is not able to help. It's not able to revive a dead person, even when the organs are functioning, which means there's something else to the human body. There's a soul. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave a soul to everyone and created us all with souls. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches in the Quran that everything has a soul and we all come from a soul. But surely we know it. Now, we are here, and now that we agree that there is a creator, there's another question we ask ourselves. We were created, but what was the purpose of our creation? I ask everybody to look around yourselves. Not just now, but all throughout the night. You look at every single thing a mankind has ever made, and you know that it has a purpose. The vacuums, the heaters, the ACs, the air cons, everything that you look at has a purpose. So what makes you think when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us, He did not create us with a purpose? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I, Allah, have not created jinn and mankind except that they should serve and worship me. So this is why we are created. But now, how can we serve Him? Look at this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave everything in life a guidance system. And we have sunlight to find our way during the day. We have the moon and the stars to find our way during the night. Birds can read polarizations of the light when it's cloudy to find their way when they cannot even see the sun. Whales and lobsters sense the magnetic field of the seas to find their way. Salmon can leave the place of their birth and come back to the exact same spot after going very far over many years and come to the exact same spot they were born in. And the animals really deep down in the ocean can use electrical currents to find their way. Insects have pheromones, which are chemicals so sensitive they can sense a single atom to find their way. Now, my point is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given everything in life a system, a guidance system. And what makes you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not given us a guidance system? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives everything a system guidance, and our guidance is to do with akhirah. Now pause for a minute. Do you think Allah, after being so merciful to every one of His creation, would not give us a guidance? Surely He has given us a guidance, and it's our revelation and the miracle of the Quran. when you buy a product, what does it come with? It comes with an instruction manual. And who makes that instruction manual? The one that knows the product best. So it only makes sense that our instruction manual was made by the one that made us. Now, think of an instruction manual. It starts with warnings and what will happen if you use the product incorrectly. And it talks about the benefits of you using the product correctly. And it talks about, and it tells you warning signs as well. So does the Quran not do that for us? It warns us of what will happen if we use our souls correctly, and it also tells us what will happen if we do not use our souls and do this life correctly. And the Quran does not only come with that. The Quran also comes with something extra. It comes with a moral, problem solving, revelations, and many more. There's something unique in it. Living a life of happiness. It should be your friend, and that's why you should go on a journey with the Quran on the month of Ramadan, reading it. All 30 chapters in 30 days, a chapter a day. And as you know, in a real life, if someone is a failure in his job, he would get fired. If he's a success, he would get rewarded with his pay. And just like that in life, for those who fail in this life will enter Jahannam, and for those who are successful will enter Jannah. The Quran does not only come with that simple instruction manual, it also comes with problems, solvings and solutions and stories to lead us to the right path. Now inshallah we agree on Allah creating everything, and that we agree that we have no doubts. Now, what makes you think Islam is the finalized religion? Subhanallah. Now, Prophet Musa alayhi salam was given Judaism, and in his Old Testament it said that after him would be two prophets, which meant Prophet Isa and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And after in the New Testament sent to Isa alayhi salam, it said that after him should be another helper, another preacher, and someone to lead the nations. And believing all these religions, we are finalized to show that the true and the finalized religion is Islam. And Insha Allah, now we agree on Islam being the finalized religion. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر لي ولكم. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Many thanks and gratitude belong to Allah, the Lord of the mankind. I ask Allah to bless us and bestow us peace upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, I would move on to the next topic of my khutbah, Qiyamah, Judgment Day. Firstly, to establish justice, you need four things. You need a judge, a book of law, witnesses, and a court place. For this to be judged. Now, in Qiyamah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would be our judge. The book of law is our Quran that tells us what to do and what not to do. And our place of law would be a new art created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the witnesses will be all of the creations that were ever made by Allah. Yourselves, including your own selves, your body would be against you. Your eyes would be saying, oh Allah, this person used to listen to such thing. Your ears would say, oh Allah, this guy used to listen to such thing. And your own body would be against you. And this new ard that will be created, because remember, after the Big Bang and after everyone died, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala closed everything together. This new ard created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have no water, it would have no mountains, it would be flat, no food. It would be bigger than our earth due to the amount of unimaginable creation Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. Now, the sun and the moon will combine together to form one, which means those whose deeds were really bad, some would be sweating to their feet and some would be even drowning in their sweat. Qiyamah will be one day, but that one day is equal to 50,000 years of this earth. Mankind will be centered in the circle and the jinns will be surrounding us, and the jinns would be bigger in number and more than us. And after the jinns, the angels from the first heaven will come down, and they would be more in quantity with the humans and jinns put together. And then from the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth and so on. And when the seventh, the angels from the seventh heaven come, subhanallah, they would be bigger in quantity than the first, second, third, fourth, sixth humans and jinns all put together. We would be like a ring in a desert compared to the quantity of them and the size. It is said that in the creation of the angels, the ones in the seventh are more bigger in size and stricter and are more harsher. And in some hadiths, they say that some angels, they are so big it would take a bird 500 years to travel from their earlobe to their neck. Subhanallah. And they will be in rows. Allah says, وَجَاءَ رَبُّكَ وَالْمَلَكُ صَفًّا صَفًّا. And then after that we will go to Prophet Adam alayhi salam, and we will ask him, "Oh Adam, make us dua. Oh Prophet of Allah, he created you and assembled you in his image." So he would say, "No, I have wronged Allah. I have ate from a tree that was forbidden, and I am scared of Allah. He is the most invoked and the most angry that he's ever been." And then we would go to Nuh alayhi salam. He would say, "I asked Allah something I shouldn't have asked him, and he is really angry, and he is the most angriest he's ever been." And then we will go to Musa, Ibrahim, and Isa. And then Isa would say, "Why would you come to me when Prophet Muhammad is there, who was sent to you as a mercy? Go to him and ask him to make Allah start the Qiyamah." And then Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam will fall in sujood and would say and praise Allah with such a praise no creation of Allah has ever praised him. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will descend and say, "Oh Muhammad, put your head up and ask for what you want, I will give you." Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam will repeat, "Ya Allah, my ummah, my ummah, my ummah." And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, "I will not disappoint you today, Muhammad." And then the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam will say, "Oh Allah, then please start the day of judgment." But after that, the harshest and the most difficult thing in the whole Qiyamah, the whole of Qiyamah, the most difficult thing is seeing the hellfire, al-Jahannam, coming forth. Allah says, وَجِيءَ يَوْمَئِذٍ بِجَهَنَّمْ يَوْمَئِذٍ يَتَذَكَّرُ الْإِنسَانَ وَأَنَّى لَهُ الذِّكْرَى. And when it comes to every creation of Allah, and when we see the hellfire, we will fall on our knees, and no one can dare look at the hellfire. It is such a scarce, and may Allah protect us from it. And after seeing the hellfire, the sirat will be made, and we have to pass the sirat to be judged, and those who do not pass the sirat will fall into the hellfire. So that shows you that some of us wouldn't even go to be judged and fall straight into the hellfire. Allah wouldn't even look at them. And the sirat is very slim and very sharp. It is thinner than a strand of a hair, and it is very, very sharp. And after passing the sirat and being judged, we will read our deeds to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All of creation, everyone listening, the angels, the jinns, all of mankind. And no one has the right to speak except for whom Allah wills. Allah says, يَوْمَ يَقُومُ الرُّوحُ وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ صَفًّا لَا يَتَكَلَّمُونَ إِلَّا مَنْ أَذِنَ لَهُ الرَّحْمَنُ وَقَالَ صَوَابًا. That shows you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no one can speak except for whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills. And after being judged, our nation, alhamdulillah, would be the first to be judged. And after everyone is judged, there will be people called at the Arafah, and those people are the people that have the same good deeds and the same bad deeds. So when they're scaled, it's the same. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will leave them aside and judge every single creation and come to them right at the end. And some of them will find that more of a punishment than actually going to hellfire because of the waiting period. And after everyone is judged, then we go to Al-Jahannam and to Al-Jannah. And Insha Allah, Allah will grant us the mercy, and Insha Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put us in Jannatul Firdaus al-A'la. Allahumma Rabbana atina fi dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhab an-nar. Allahumma a'tiq riqabana min an-nar wa riqab abaina وأمهاتنا وإخواننا من النار ومن أحبنا فيك ومن أحببناه فيك اللهم أعتق رقابنا من النار اللهم إني أعوذ بك من عذاب القبر ومن عذاب جهنم ومن فتنة المحيا والممات ومن شر فتنة المسيح الدجال اللهم أعوذ بك من عذاب القبر ومن عذاب جهنم ومن فتنة المحيا والممات ومن شر فتنة المسيح الدجال اللهم أعز المسلمين في كل مكان اللهم أمور المسلمين في كل مكان اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد.
Ya Allah, protect us from the nightlife and the clubs, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, protect us from any form of your anger, Ya Allah. We don't want your anger, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, never roast us in the fire of Jahannam, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, never roast us in the fire of Jahannam, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we will never be able to even bear even a second in the fire, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, protect us. Ya Allah, write our name tonight from amongst those who are free from the fire of Jahannam, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, write our names from amongst those who are free from the fire of Jahannam, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, grant us Jannah without reckoning, Ya Allah. If you are to take account of our deeds, we are too embarrassed of what we've done, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we are too embarrassed of what we have done. Ya Allah, don't look at our deeds. Ya Allah, forgive us without reckoning. Ya Allah, forgive us without reckoning. Ya Allah, forgive us without reckoning. Ya Allah, tonight you forgive so many people. Ya Allah, forgive us. Ya Allah, grant us Jannah without hisab, without kitab. Protect us from Jahannam, Ya Allah. Join our families with us, Ya Allah. Join all our ummah with us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, forgive the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ya Allah, his concern was his ummah, Ya Allah. We are part of that ummah. Ya Allah, unite us, Ya Allah. Unite the ulama, Ya Allah. Unite the members of this ummah, Ya Allah. Help us love one another solely because we share the kalima, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Ya Allah, we ask you tonight, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask you tonight, Ya Allah, to make us from those whom you have accepted, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, the magicians of Musa alayhi salam prostrated once and you forgave them. We prostrate every day, Ya Allah, forgive us. Ya Allah, the magicians prostrated once for you, Ya Allah, you forgave them. Ya Allah, we prostrate every day, Ya Allah, forgive us. Ya Allah, accept our prostration, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we have never, ever made sujood to anyone but you. Ya Allah, forgive us. Ya Allah, we have never worshipped anyone but you. Ya Allah, forgive us. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you are the most generous. We are pleading with you, Ya Allah. We know you are generous, Ya Allah. You are the most generous and we are asking the most generous, Ya Allah. We know you will grant us. Ya Allah, we've raised our hands for you, Ya Allah. Amongst us there are men, there are women. They are the old, they are the young, they are the sickly, Ya Allah, they are the healthy. Ya Allah, we know you will answer our dua. Ya Allah, save us from the fire of Jahannam, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask you to protect the Muslim Ummah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we have had a beautiful, blessed month, Ya Allah. Accept it from us, Ya Allah. Grant us sincerity in our deeds. Ya Allah, strengthen us so we can change our lives to please you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, strengthen us so we can change our lives to please you. Ya Allah, we know that this worldly life is a few years. Ya Allah, we know that no matter how healthy we are today, we have to die today or tomorrow. Ya Allah, we know that no matter how wealthy we are, we still have to return to you, Ya Allah. So help us become conscious of it and prepare for the day, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, help us be steadfast. Ya Allah, help us substitute the music we have with the Quran, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, help us substitute that which is detrimental for our spirituality with that which is beneficial, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask you all the goodness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has asked you, and we seek protection from all the evil.